Moving on to our spotlight matchup, back for some college basketball. Good old SEC showdown. Number 13 Kentucky, who is 11-2 at number 21 LSU, who is 12-1. Apparently this is LSU day today on the show. Right now, LSU is favored in this one at -2.5 with a total at 139.5. Both teams coming in having won 4 of their last 5, with Kentucky coming off a win and looking for their 5th in a row, while LSU last took an L to Auburn. While neither team has beat a ranked team yet this season, so who is going to do it tonight? Archie, who do you like in this one?
This is easy for me. It's Kentucky. It's Kentucky. Kentucky, I told you before the start of the season, I thought they have special talent. I think they have Elite 8, Final 4 talent on this team, and they've played like it so far. In fact, not only have they played like it so far, they've really done so in their last 4 games. For the first time in a 4-game stretch, they've gone over 80 points in each of those games. They haven't done that since the 2017 season, which was a Sweet 16 season. And the fact they were 3 points away from going to the Elite 8 in that year. And that's because John Calipari loves them long, he loves them lean, and he loves those big dudes defensively. But he's also got a lot of talent everywhere. You got the top assist man I think the number 3 assist man in the country, in Severe Wheeler, who's averaging nearly 8 assists a game. You got Oscar Schwebe, who that's the guy over the break. We didn't get a chance to talk about it, but had 28 rebounds in a game. Like, he's the number 1 rebounder in the entire country. The best 3-point attempt shooter in the country is Kellen Grady. He is on this team, and he's shooting 50% from beyond the arc. That's really good, by the way. He's number 1 in the country at doing that, too. And this offense is rolling. And you can boo-hoo all the competition that you want. The High Point's not that great. Sorry, 2K, but Missouri's not that good either when they busted up Missouri. But
Our women's basketball team is.
Other than that one, yeah, that's a big win. But they don't get to play this Kentucky team right now. You could talk about Western Kentucky not being that good. And I get it, right? But they have not been rolling like this in a couple of seasons. And they have looked really good doing it. The bad thing is LSU, the only reason that they were undefeated was going into the Auburn game was that they had a favorable schedule, not a lot of world beaters on that schedule, and also defensively they're really good. They're number 1 in the country in steals per game. They're number 1 as far as points allowed per game. They're in the top 5 as far as field goal percentage. They can muck it up. And much like Wisconsin last night, that's the thing I worry about. If they can slow Kentucky down, if they can make these possessions harder, longer possessions, to make it more difficult and not allow transition points like Kentucky likes to do, then they got themselves a real shot. Plus, they got a little bit of an emotional thing going tonight, too. They're going to rename the court Dale Brown Court after the former LSU coach who, was the head coach during the Shaq years. So there's going to be a lot happening at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center tonight. But I don't think that there's any right way to look at this other than Kentucky to win outright. So I'm taking Kentucky money line. That's plus 106 on FanDuel right now. They are the much better team. Much better.
Again, right there with you. This will, though, be a test for both teams, as Kentucky is 1-0 in conference play, and LSU will look to avoid going 0-2 in the conference. Kentucky's biggest test, like you said, will be going up against this LSU defense, who is one of the top rated in the country and is holding their opponents to an average of 55.3 points per game. That's crazy. Meanwhile, the Wildcats are a top 10 team in offensive efficiency. And speaking of offense, stopping the force that is Kellen Grady should be something at the top of LSU's list of things to do in this game. The guy has hit 23 of his last 31 threes, including going 7 for 10 in their last game against High Point. Looking at the numbers, LSU has gone 11-2 against the spread so far this season, and it's also worth noting that when being favored by 2 or more, which has happened for them 12 times this season, they have covered in 10. Kentucky, meanwhile, is 8-5, and when going in at least the 2-point dogs, spit it out, Kayla, which was once this season, they did cover. LSU has combined for this total of 139.5 3 times, while Kentucky has hit it in 8 of their games this season. I know it's hard to win on the road, especially in college basketball, but nonetheless, I will also be riding with Kentucky, taking the spread in this one at plus 2.5 Archie.
I'm with you. This LSU team can't shoot. They're 282nd in the country in 3-point field goal percentage. There's only 350 teams. That's awful. That's awful. They can't shoot. I don't know. They're not good. They're not as good as they're. It's why, by the way, those who voted for AP poll waited so long to put them into the AP poll, even though they were undefeated to start the year. The competition's not good, and they're not nearly as good. We're down 18-1 to start the Auburn game. Like, they're not that good.
It's hard to win games when you can't put up points.
That is a fair point, 2K. I like it.